Hey guys, it's over and we're just beginning. Guys, as always, if you like this content, please consider hitting the subscribe button and hit the like button too. It helps a lot to grow the channel. And we're managing to get to the 2,000 mark so we can have like giveaways to the community and stuff. But for today's video, we have something really exciting here. Something that we were not that expecting, but guys, we managed to break the world record for the Hydra during this Hydra Clash. We just did the run and look at this. Here in Docmarroe's account, we have 43 billion damage. We are not using double cadaver. This concept was brought to the community by Kalos. If you are interested in world records and stuff, you know Kalos because he is a genius in this game. He has a lot of speedruns and stuff and records, and he brought the concept of not using double cadaver but cordial, and he had like comparisons and stuff, and I was like cruising. I went to cruising my clan mate and told him we need to try this, and we were testing speeds and stuff, and we managed to get this. And we don't even think that this run was a good run. Actually, the RNG was terrible. But it is 43 billion damage. And we even think that we have a better option to put in Cardial's place. But I think it's the last time we can try something because Plarium announced the nerf. We don't know what will happen, but it's like a nerf, right? And we are talking to Timot, our clan leader. Maybe he can test our concept, but yeah, we'll see, right? But let me show you guys the champions before I can show you the run. These are the champions, and we actually made a mistake choosing the UMAC, one of the UMACers. We chose the wrong one. I'm gonna show you that. And here it is, the first UMAC we used. The stats, look at this. We are always interested in speed and resistance, so the Mischief Head cannot steal the buffs, right? The masteries are important too, because War Master, if you don't know, War Master can put hex from the set, cursed set, right? It's a second chance to put the hex. And yeah, if you can have as many champions in cursed set, the better, right? And here we have Brogni. Brogni is the only champion that we don't have at the right amount of resistance in this build, because we are focusing on damage. But here are the stats in Savage and Cruel: 270 speed, 300 resistance. It's some resistance, but it's not enough. We need like 455 on the Nightmare Hydra. And the masteries, he's not in War Master, he is in Helm Smasher. It's really important because if you do some math, you know that he can ignore, let me show you by the set here, he can ignore 25% of the enemy defense with Savage, and he can ignore like 5% more on Cruel. It's 30%. With Helm Smasher, let's just have a look here. Helm Smasher, where is here? He has a chance to ignore 25%, so it's like 55% of targets defense. And we have this blessing here that ignores a lot of resistance too, so we can ignore like almost all defense from the Hydra, right? And this is really powerful to not bring champions like Lydia or something. So Helm Smasher is even better than War Master in this case because we are growing shield. And here we have Lennox chosen. Lennox is in cursed set too. As I said before, as many champions you can put in cursed set, the better, right? And she is in cursed. The stats here: 310 speed and 558 resistance. It's all that matters here. War Master again to have a second chance to put the hex. And we have Coriel, the Kalos call, wherever. War Master And look at this. It has like cursed set 2. What a surprise, right? And the stats 260 speed and 587 resistance. This is all we are focusing here. And we have the wrong Yumeko. This is not the Yumeko we built for this. And we only noticed this after the run. She is 305 speed. The Yumeko we built was 297. I'm gonna show the Yumeko, the right one. But yeah, it worked. Anyway, it's really close, but it's not the same. 463 resistance. And the master is here. One master. Okay, let me show you, before I show the cadaver, let me show the right Yumeko that we built for this and we didn't use. Okay, this is the one. One master 2, a little different the master is, and we have her like in reflex set, so we thought that it could help. And 297 speed with 416 resistance without the bonuses from the new Great Hall, right? Okay, let's just see the cadaver here. Cursed set and divine speed. Divine speed is really important so he can have the second shield to grow. And the stats that we are using here are 250 speed and 421 resistance. We can have like 477 and 455 is what we need, right? Master is War Master 2 because he is in Cursed set. So he can put Hex whenever he hits a head. And he has a second chance with War Master. That's all that matters here. And yeah, guys, that's nothing else to show you here. I'm gonna play the video that we recorded during the run, breaking the world record. It's a long run. If you're familiar with Hydra runs since the Hydra Clash came to the game, you know that it's like 1 hour and a half, 2 hours, and so on. So I'm gonna make it faster. I'm gonna play some music and I hope you enjoy it because it's really fun when we can reach something like this. The next video probably that I'm gonna bring to the channel is about an infinity comp too, but an accessible infinity comp that I'm using in my own account on hard mode. But I don't think that the infinity comps will work like it's working today. We don't know what will happen, but I don't think it will be the same. But yeah, if you like this content, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned. And I hope I see you in the next video. See ya!